Nice effects. This is called The Girl in White. This is like a horror visual novel, psychological horror type of game. So I believe this is a full project that they submitted to the Game Jam. I will leave a link to it at the end of this for others to play if they wish to do so. But with that in mind, I believe they said you can use any kind of input. So let's see if I can actually. Oh, yes, I can. It's controller time, baby. Let's make sure. All right. Bingo bongo. It's time to go. Final year student at X High School, Long, has been studying hard for the upcoming university entrance exam. After an all-nighter followed by 2 intense classes, his vision suddenly went dark, and he was walking down the stairs after school. Long's eyes opened to a dim corridor. Not far ahead, a black door stood, and a girl was struggling to open it. He walked toward her slowly. Oh, she's cute. That's a cute little girl. She's cute. Oh, this is a cute little girl. I don't want to say it like that because it makes it sound like a pervert or whatever. Trying to open it, are you? The girl jumped, startled. She'd been so focused on the door that she hadn't noticed him approaching.
Let me see something. Can you help me? Can you help me?
Sure. Where does this door lead? That's what I'm trying to find out. Long reached for the doorknob, but a girl in a white dress appeared, seemingly out of nowhere, and stopped him. Uh-oh. Stop! Don't open that door. Oh, why not? Because the girl next to you will steal your chance to jump in first. She wants to slip into the world of the living through your door. Liar! This is your only chance to return to the world of the living. The door will disappear soon if you hesitate. Oh, that's one chick. Oh, she's death itself. A deceiver trying to trap us here forever. Long was confused by the 2 strangers, each with a different story. Who should he trust? Who should he trust? Oh, who should you trust? How do you know this door leads to the world of the living? What? Earlier you said you didn't know where it went. Uh-oh, good, paying attention. Open the door, you idiot. It's really good. It's really going to disappear. But then you'll be dead for good. Ghost. Your time is up. The girl in the white moved her wrist with an almost lazy flick. The imposter convulsed, her body writhing as if wrung dry, then burst into black dust with a sharp crack. Hey, okay, I like that. What are you waiting for? Open that door and go through. This door can only be used once. That ghost was waiting for you to open it so she could steal your chance to return to the world of the living. Well, what about you? Don't you want to return? Ha ha ha! I'm the gatekeeper, not one of the dead. Go on, be suspicious, but look, the door is disappearing. Uh-oh, even as she spoke, the door shimmered, its frame unraveling into glimmers of fading light. Panic seized Long. He pushed the door open, ready to step through, only for a pale hand to hold him back. Remember, you owe me one. And with one hard shove, Long was hurled into the darkness beyond. Long's eyes flew open. He was lying in a hospital bed. Doctors surrounded him, their faces relieved. Wow, okay. Dr. A, he's conscious. Dr. B, good job. Dr. B, incredible, he made it through the crisis. This patient has been pulled back from the brink. Doctors P, D, and Q. We did it. What the hell? Okay. Huh. But if I walk down here, okay. Whoa. Quit. What? Your morning usually starts with 20 push-ups and 3 eggs. Filming a TikTok. What the hell? Your career zombie apocalypse. How do you usually stay updated? I mean, whoa, what the damn? When you meet a group of survivors, you suggest guard shift duties of. What in the hell was that? Whoa, bro. A shadow walker. What? Okay, it would have been kind of helpful to see what kind of attacks I can. So is this like some kind of a turn? You said it's turn based. I mean, I guess it is. Is it like I'm supposed to like hit some kind of like click on buttons or something? Like, what am I exactly doing here? That's why I'm kind of lost, just a bit. Hold on. Maybe there's something else I'm supposed to see here. Oh! How would you describe your reaction to a crowded stampede? Which animal best represents you? Chill but less provoked. So okay, so I'm assuming that these attacks happen automatically, so you don't have any. What are we doing here? I mean, the battles are kind of cool. You missed the shadow here. It doesn't look right. Same thing with this, but oh, no. Skirt. Huh. Uh-oh. Wow, really? I didn't even turn into. He didn't. If you could only survive with one item, you'd pick. Oh, I didn't know what I picked. What? So is it like grab your first thing you do upon hearing about a zombie apocalypse? Grab your camera first, throw the window shiver, another fake news story, find weapons, and check escape routes. Uh-huh. A rusty spoon, technically a tool. Cardboard vest. What do we got to go? What are we doing, bro? What in the hell is going on? What is this? What are we doing? Uh-huh. There was a power amulet, bubble wrap suit. Okay. Uh-huh. I see. Okay, so I guess I have to look around for stuff. At least at this particular, excuse me. I guess I found everything else. The cat council has entered deep deliberation. Fish treats are involved. Oh, oh. Hmm. So you got different levels here that I guess you play through? What are we doing here? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. I mean, I don't know if this is like I mean, again, this was a game jam game, so the kitchen apron of shame. The hell? Protects from sauce splashes, not swords. Well, sheesh. Hmm. So I mean, I guess he was just throwing anything together. But the combat is interesting. Just not sure. Oh, nope, nope, no sir, not today. Oh, not today, Satan, not today. Oh, the jukes, baby, the jukes, jukes on you, baby. Oh, oh no, no, doggone it. I zig when I should have zagged. If you had to drink one of the following, you'd pick. I guess lime juice? Dang on. So pretty much it's like almost like an auto battler. If you hear a loud scream outside at midnight, you would put a headphones, go back to sleep, grab a broom, and storm outside. Who dares? Call the police if you don't know what's happening. I mean, I guess. Wow. Okay. Well, that was something. Bruh. Yeah, you gotta stop. You gotta find a way for that to happen when you do that. Your attitude during a power outage, you might as well then keep chilling. Light a lantern and vlog about it. Grab flashlight, knife, patrol the house. Panic a little. So I guess answering these questions in a certain kind of way gives you a certain kind of power-ups, I guess. So what did I get anything? Ah, a bent umbrella. Okay. Half shield, half sword, bent umbrella. Okay. Interesting. Is there anything else here? I didn't kill the monsters. I mean, I appreciate trying to do something different, but it definitely would have helped out of you to just let us know exactly how the fights go down and everything else. Just literally just threw me for a loop there, buddy. Buddy, you just threw me for a loop there, buddy. Ah, no, no, no. Oh, the juke's on you, baby. No, nope. Denied. No. Oh, he's trying to match my juke jutsu. Not happening, baby. No. Oh, he got me. I thought I was going to dip in the tree. When watching zombie movies, you usually analyze survival tactics, talk through the whole movie, worry about the cute side character. Can't believe how dumb the character is. Oh, why? Oh, my. Oh, so I reached level 4. Uh-oh. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, nope. Nope. Oh. If you see a blood stain on your door, you would call your friends to go see what's happening. Set up your tripod, shut the door, and go back to bed, put on gloves, and examine this. I mean... First thing you grab when fleeing zombies, running shoes and a knife, power bank, flavor plushie. Man. Uh-huh. Another high potion, and that's about it. So do you gain more skills as you... Okay. So, do you like equip? Do I gain more skills as I go along, or? Yeah, let's do this, bro. Okay, that wasn't the right answer, apparently. Do I get any new skills? No, I don't. So I only have 3 out of 30 skills equipped. So these are, I'm assuming these are active. Like, are these? Huh. So you can only have those as actives, and I guess something else you would have to put as a passive, or you will get as a passive, I guess. Odd. Uh-huh. Okay. The strange girl from his dream was still on Long's mind. It was only when he returned to school, faced with an overwhelming pressure of his studies and upcoming university exams, that he was finally able to get her out of his head. As soon as Long walked into the room, he was immediately surrounded by his friends. Some asked how he was, others made jokes, and a few were curious about why he had fainted. Most of the questions were just small talk. Their attention quickly shifted elsewhere. A sudden slap on the shoulder made Long jump. It was Trang, his friend from the neighborhood. She held her hand out in front of his face. Okay. How many is this? 4. This isn't good, Long. Did that stroke scramble your math skills? You're counting my 4 fingers as 4. Your thumb is folded in. Oh, right. Trang laughed and patting his shoulder again. Oof. Eat and rest properly. A stroke is no joke. Bars. My mom had one a few days ago. The doctor said she might never wake up. What? Is she? She woke up yesterday. She's eating and talking normally now. You have no idea how relieved I am. Glad to hear she's okay. You guys must be celebrating big time. Yeah. Want to see a movie this Saturday? There's a new zombie flick out. My treat to celebrate Mom getting better. Long was about to answer when his gaze froze. Behind Trang, a figure stood motionless. Ooh! Begone, demon! Long hair obscured most of its face. Its head tilted unnervingly to the side. Its shoulders were bony and jutted out like those of a desiccated corpse. Long screamed, falling backwards off his chair. Trang, what's with you today, Long? You're so comfy, you can't even sit in the chair properly? All right, I'll walk home with you later, just to be safe. But Long wasn't listening. His eyes were still glued to the thing behind her back. Oof. On the walk home after school, the woman with the disheveled hair silently followed Trang. Trang chattered away, but none of her words reached Long. He kept glancing at the specter behind her, his back slick with cold sweat. They reached the fork in the road on Y Street. A turn right into B Alley would take Long home, while Trang had to continue down the narrow Z Street for a bit longer. By then, be careful not to fall again, okay? As Trang walked straight ahead, the figure, which had been silently, suddenly lifted its head. The mouth stretched into a gaping, terrifying smile, revealing a horrifying black void. Its eye sockets gleamed with an unholy, excited light. Acting on pure instinct, Long grabbed Trang and pulled her into his alley. The specter instantly reverted into its silent, menacing state. Hey, Trang, since you're a girl, I should really walk you all the way home. What? Why are you being so suddenly gallant? Let's take the long way home today. If you wanted more time with me, you could have just said so. Long didn't answer, stealing a glance at the figure. His face was a mask of displeasure. It clearly hated this change of route. Uh-oh. Only when Trang unlocked her door and stepped inside did Long finally breathe a sigh of relief. But through the narrow crack in the door, he still saw the ghost slithering in with her. What would it take for it to release its grip on Trang? What will it take? What will it take? What will it take? Oh. Uh-huh. When watching zombie movies, you usually... Oof. Okay, so it's from what I'm seeing here, it looks like you go to a little bit of the story and then you go into this weird little battle zone area where you like fight these monsters and like you get some stuff. It's a interesting combination. Copper ring of chance, okay. You don't see something like this every day. Well, damn. You came out the gate. Woo, baby. Came out the gate swinging. So it looks like this little indicator here lets you know, oh, when you're close to this little, sheesh. Well, 142 to the next level. What will be the point of gaining another level? I'm kind of curious about that too. I'm kind of curious about that. Like, do I gain other skills? Are other skills are like around for me to like oof. I don't know how I juked out of that, boy. Duct tape t-shirt, that's interesting. Wowzers. I mean, it's interesting that we had this whole auto attack thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, the battle system is definitely very interesting. Plastic toy sword, okay. Duct tape t-shirt, huh? Okay. So my magical defense goes up. And my HP goes up as well. My defense goes down, but my magic attack goes up. It only goes down by 1. That's not too bad. First and foremost. I'm kind of curious as to why this number is going up. What purpose does it serve? Or is it just as an indicator of how far away you are from the save spot? Which, I mean, again, I don't mind, but I'm just kind of curious, that's all. Woo, baby, we kicking in doughs now. But I'm actually curious as to what that is. I mean, if it's only just an indicator of how far away you are from the save point, hey, that works. You know what I mean? Wow. Wow. Just literally just steamrolling these cats. Let's go, man. I like that. We've analyzed your answers. Here's the card that most accurately reflects your personality and the likely outcome in reality for the question. Your chances of survival in a zombie apocalypse. Forget surviving, you're making zombies run for cover. You're the ultimate unplanned survivor, living proof that some people were just born for the zombie apocalypse. Okay. Alrighty. Is that it? I mean, I guess. I guess that was it. What the? Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, man, not the baby fetuses. Not the fetus, man. Come on, man. Why you got me fighting fetuses, baby? What we got going on, man? Talk to me, baby. Why you got me out here fighting these fetuses, man? Oh, hold on. Okay, all right. So we're level 6 now. Uh-oh. Looks like they're running. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let's go. Wait, go. Another high potion, baby. Let's go. Nope. another high potion, baby. Oh, they got me. Not the fetus babies, not the fetus babies, no. Not the little tippy ties, no. No, not the little tippy ties. Wowzer. Yeah, we're coming out that gate swinging, baby. I don't know what we got. We must have had our Wheaties this morning or something. We just like, ah! Interesting that you have this like kind of a quiz-based type of like battle system or something like that. What was that of the Lost? What was that of the Lost? Tread of the Lost. Always points home. Interesting. Hey, I don't have a helmet. You got me like armor, but I don't have a helmet. How am I supposed to protect my dome if I don't have a helmet? Okay, all right. So we're just walking around. Says it always points home. Yet I don't see any indication of it pointing anywhere. Okay. I guess I'm getting the gist of the game, I guess. Yeah, come on, let's do this. Yeah, take that, baby. Karate kick, baby. Karate kick, baby. Take that, baby. Let's see what we got. I guess I got everything. It's different. Very, very different. Once again, that night, Long found himself dreaming he was standing in the middle of a corridor. Excuse me. This corridor was lit, not by lamps, but by drifting motes of golden dust, shimmering like the remnants of dying stars. All around stretched countless doors, each painted in a color more unsettling than the last. Wow, okay. Long scanned his surroundings warily. Now, some people will be willing to say that this is AI art, and I mean, it is, but okay. So, like, the AI art is not such a bad thing, man. People have had such an issue with it because I think they were told to have an issue with it. If the machine was trained on it, it was trained on it. It doesn't mean it actually copied or stole or anything like that. A lot of artists learn how to draw by imitating the art of others and then finding their own style from that. I don't understand. Well, they're making money. I mean, okay. He quickly spotted a girl sitting silently on a nearby chair. Chair Lynn? What the hell that is? The same nightmare from the day before. Seeing him, she offered a strange smile and a small wave. You again? Not this dream again. I'm just as surprised. You weren't supposed to be able to come back here. What is this place? This is the Dream Corridor, a corridor that connects the realm of the living to the realm of the dead. Her name is Lynn. Oh, her name is Lynn. Okay. If you've managed to return, it's very likely that you're stuck somewhere between life and death. And part of that is my fault, I suppose. What a bizarre dream this is. I hope it's not a symptom of having hit my head on the staircase. Oh, don't worry. The only side effect is that you might be able to see entities from the realm of the dead. But other than that, you're fine. That explains it. Hey, Lynn, I wanted to ask you something. You can ask me later. For now, just follow me. Lynn took Long's hand. They stepped through a door and found themselves in the middle of a dense forest. Where are you taking me? To my favorite secret spot. They tore through the trees, pushing branches aside as they went. A few times, vines snagged on Long, and a chill of pure dread went up his spine. He was sure a snake was slithering up his neck. Oof. Where the moon broke through the canopy, the light covered the ground like a silver cloth. The world seemed to sparkle. Long suddenly thought that perhaps fairy tales were only this beautiful. Lynn stopped in front of a huge old building that looked like an abandoned theater. Stepping inside, Long saw a very large room with rows of long wooden benches. The unsettling thing was that most of the seats, 3 or 4 shadowy figures sat in silence. They were all facing the empty stage. Lynn pulled Long to a middle seat and sat down beside him. I like to sit here. It's always so crowded. Isn't it wonderful? You're kidding, right? Your favorite place is a nest of ghosts? I call this place the Silent Theater. A sudden gust of wind swept through the seats, raising the hair on Long's arm. He swallowed hard. Lynn tilted her head, smiling innocently, her hand resting lightly on the wooden bench as if touching the shoulder of someone Long couldn't see. Let's go back to the dream corridor. This place, it really is wonderful, but there's something important I need to ask you. As they stepped back through the door, Lynn cast a long, regretful look over her shoulder. Long secretly promised herself that next time, if she didn't clearly state the destination, he wouldn't go, unless she literally tied him up and dragged him. Oof. Back in the dream corridor, Long wasted no time. Today, I saw a thing. It was following my friend, a ghost with messy hair and bulging eyes. That ghost definitely has malicious intent toward your friend. Then what do I do to help her? Help her? It's simple. I can lend you a part of my power. Just wave your hand like this and say barrier. And it's done. However what? However, every power has its price. If you use it 3 times, you'll be trapped in this corridor forever. Wow. Trapped here with you? Could be worse or better, depending on your taste. Long swallowed hard, but his worry for a train gave him resolve. I agree. Lend me your power. Good. The ritual is simple. A kiss. A kiss? What? Is this your first time? But why, power is transferred through contact. The fastest way is lip to lip. The slowest way is a touch of the hand, and that would take all night. Ain't nobody got time for that. Long's face flushed, but he didn't argue, just stood still. Lynn stepped closer, her eyes glittering as if she was enjoying his reaction. Don't close your eyes. She flashed a crooked smile before pressing her lips to his. The moment they touched, Long felt as if all the air around him solidified, an invisible pressure surrounding him. Each of his heartbeats pounded like a drum. A sensation both heavy and warm flowed into his chest, coursing through his veins. Lynn pulled away, but stayed close enough for her breath to brush his skin. When you cast a barrier, don't stop until the ghost disappears. If you do, the barrier will fall or fail, and you'll have wasted one of your uses. So when you cast the barrier, don't stop until the ghost disappears. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, am I? Where? Oh, the microphone was in my way. I didn't even see it. Okay. Huh. Grandpa's sweater. Mom spaghetti. Uh. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, what the hell? Oh. Oh. Oh, these are walls. Ah, I see. Oh. Surprise! Yowza! What the hell? What the hell was that? Bruh. What? Now maybe I should get back to game design myself. Get back to continuing on Slime Kingdom. I was working on chapter 2, or episode 2 actually. Oh, came out of nowhere. Zook, Duke, baby. Ah. Which spirit animal do you identify with? A phone charging a sloth, raccoon offering friendship. I don't know whatever I got. Yeah, you got to do something about that. That one particular part you gotta kind of fix. Am I like gonna get like a helmet at all, or is it just kick punch is all in my mind? Like what's happening here? I mean, you're definitely making people feel like this is definitely impactful. I will say that much. Wow. Okay. Woo! Doggone. Just blasted him. An explosion of flavor. So do I like new? So I don't learn any new skills. I just keep being stronger, I guess. The cat councils and a deep deliberation. Fish treats are involved. Well, yes. Usually when you're dealing with cats, yeah, fish treats or any kind of treats they usually go for. Okay. Uh-huh. All right. Whoa! Who the hell was that? Woo! Really, bro? Which of these islands would you desert the island? Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to go with something like that. You gotta worry about survival, baby. Gotta worry about survival, baby. Lantern Eye Bead. I guess that's the last auxiliary slot. Okay, so I'm still doing good on HP, which is good. Let's see. Anything else? Uh-huh. Okay. Nope. So. Okay. 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 All right. That's it. That's over with. What's your favorite smell? Woo! Yeah, sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. That's the one thing that you hear from the Bible. Instead of worrying about tomorrow. A flashlight. Okay. Interesting. So we got gold. Don't know what we're gonna do with it, but we have it. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! That double tap. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sunlight spilled through the window in a blinding stream, dragging Long out of his slumber. He sat still for a while, his mind wandering back through the dream. Or was it a dream? The strange meeting with Lynn the previous night. Was it real? Do I actually have the power to deal with that ghost now? The school was as lively as usual, but today Trang looked unusually gloomy. Uh-oh. You all right? Did you hear what happened? Last night on the street I take home every day, there was a murder. A woman was killed. It happened right around the time we would be walking home. If you hadn't convinced me to take the other way. She shivered, her words trailing off. Long had a moment of pure dread. It seemed the situation was more serious than he had thought. He had to deal with the ghost haunting Trang quickly. I'm the last person to believe in ghosts, but Long flinched. His gaze flickered instinctively to the shadows standing behind her. Last night, I kept feeling like there was a woman's shadow outside, scratching at my bedroom window with his long fingernails. What's even strange is that when I checked this morning, there were actually scratch marks on the outside of the window. A chill clawed down Long's spine. He couldn't focus for the rest of the day. His eyes were glued to the ghost behind Trang. Today, it wasn't just observing. Its desiccated clawed hand was reaching out, tracing an obscene path up her back, caressing her neck. Its eyes bulged and a glistening red tongue occasionally snaked out to lick its chops. Uh-oh. Long swallowed hard. Lynn's stern words from the previous night ring in his ears. You must not stop in the middle of it. The conversation between Trang and Long on their way home that day almost entirely revolved around the topic of the supernatural. I think it all started when I prayed at that small shrine near the school. Huh? My mom had a stroke that day, and the doctor said she wouldn't wake up. So I was so sad. I just happened to pass the shrine, so I went in and made a wish to the statue. What did you wish for? That my mother would recover, and I said I'd trade my own life for hers if that's what it took. Oh no. At the turn off to our house, Long stopped. He let Train and the ghost walk ahead. He took a deep breath, palms slick with sweat. He raised his hand to his chest, feeling the searing heat from last night begin to swell up. Barrier. The ground beneath their feet flashed with light. Ancient-looking script coiled into a glowing circle. The air grew thick and heavy, and a wind whipped up from nowhere. The ghost froze, its head snapping up. This time Long saw it clearly. Its mouth was torn open to its ears, and its jagged teeth were stained with dried blood. It let out a piercing shriek and lunged at the edge of the barrier. A crimson light erupted. Each time the ghost touched the barrier, fire burst out, a sickening black smoke carrying the stench of rotting flesh. Long gritted his teeth, his body feeling like it was being drained of all strength. I must not stop. With a final muffled pop, the ghost convulsed violently, then shattered into 1,000 motes of black dust, dissolving into the air. The light of the barrier faded, Long's knees buckled, sweat soaked the back of his shirt as he crumbled to the ground. What just happened? Nothing. You should be able to sleep well tonight. Hey, there you go. Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh. Get out of here. So what did I get this time? Broom of Destiny. The Broom of Destiny. The Broom of Destiny. The Pick of Destiny was a good. I thought it was a good movie. Okay. What's this? I thought that was I enjoyed the Pick of Destiny, Tenacious D, the Pick of Destiny. I really did. I thought it was a good movie. Now a lot of clerics didn't think so. Not clerics, critics didn't think it was a good movie, and I mean it is what it is. But I liked it. I definitely liked it. I think I've seen that movie. It's one of my favorite movies. Now, unfortunately, it's kind of ruined because Tenacious D's did some real stupid in regards with Donald Trump's assassination, which is just so stupid, man. Just look, man, just shut the hell up. You ain't gotta some things you don't need to be saying, man. Just a little bit. Just shut up and play the music, make the movies, make people laugh. Getting involved in all the other stuff, man. That's trying to be doing this weird activist nonsense, man. Look, man. This trying to be an activist, let's quote unquote, trying to be on the right side of history type of nonsense. No, man. If it's your job to try to entertain people, then it's your job to entertain folk. Ever consider maybe you're just put in a position where you can kind of get people out and away from reality just for a little bit because of all the craziness that's out there? It's not your obligation to try to fight all the world's battles or whatever the hell you think it is. You can't even do it anyway. It just doesn't make any sense, man. sometimes you just got to stop. I mean, I think what it is, most people get overly caught up in how, I guess, quote unquote, important they think they are. So they think that there's got to be a platform for all this other kind of stuff. No, you don't. You don't have to do any of that. Mm-mm. You don't have to. You don't have to do it. Just do your job, make your money, and go home, man. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do, really. Oh, I walked right into it. Okay. Sometimes it's just easy to just shut up. It's literally just easy. Just shut up. Hmm. We've analyzed your answers. Here's the card that most accurately reflects your personality and the likely outcome in reality for the question. Okay. How long how would you survive if stranded on a desert island? You became a legend, raincoat man of the coconut jungle. No one knows if you're alive or now part of the ecosystem. Sometimes there's singing in the bushes and coconuts mysteriously spell out okay. All right. I guess this was like an ending or something. I don't know. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So this is like a bunch of assets from the regular MV, maybe a few other things mixed in. Not a bad thing. Again, like if this was a game jam game, you didn't have a lot of time. So, Bloodhound bracelet. Can I get a helmet, brother? Can a brother get a helmet, please? Can a brother get a helmet real quick? Can I cover my dome? Be gone, demon. Be gone, demon. I dispel you, demon, back to the deepest pots of hell. That's interesting. I've never seen that happen before. I wonder if you would use like doodads for that. I mean, it's possible. Oh, face me, demon. Now I must be dangerous. You will see how I'm very dangerous. I was thinking of like making like maybe like some kind of like a web comic or something like that, and call it Dangerous Dan, the Risk Taker Man, and have him just do like stupid stuff. I don't know. That was like years ago. I don't know if I ever want to try to do something like that. Who knows? The shirt of inflatable what? Suit of inflatable pool toys. Okay, and interesting. Little mix up here on the tile sets. You can kind of see it. The little transparency edge right there. But then again, like I said before, game jam is game jam, and you when you're in a hurry. Be gone, Damon. Back to the very depths of hell with you. How dare you? Mm-hmm. So far, so good. I mean, hey, what's going on? I do not like the actor of TD. I ignore leftist politics because they are wrong, and the reason games suck now. You are correct. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Long slept a heavy, dreamless sleep, not waking until noon the next day. Man, hey, look, man. Sometimes waking up in the afternoon is not a bad thing. People say, "Well, you wasted the whole day." Look, dog. If I was up all night doing stuff, if I was being productive late at night, I deserve to sleep into the afternoon. He stepped out into the porch, sinking into a chair and letting the warm sunlight dissolve the lingering chill from his encounter with the ghost. How are you doing today, Andy? I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right, bro. Thank you. Hey, congratulations on getting a rough draft up on your comic, man. If you ever post a link of it, I'll definitely check it out. The moment the words left him, his cheeks flushed. The memory of Lynn's kiss rose unbidden, hot and startling. Uh-oh. So was what people meant when they spoke of a first kiss. The softness, the warmth. It lingered still, unsettling in how real it felt. Uh-oh. A sudden phone chime pulled him from his reverie. It was a message from Trang. 7 p.m. at Cinema B. Almost forgot, Long said to himself. He quickly ate lunch, then meticulously got ready. This was their first one-on-one date. They went to the same school since middle school, but only became closer friends toward the end of their final year of high school. Okay, hey, man, look. Sometimes it happens, man. You never know. In the middle of doing things, you suddenly find yourself going closer and closer to a person just while you do it. Uh-oh, here we go. The sun was setting as Long walked, listening to music. Uh-oh, suddenly he noticed a girl walking behind him. The feeling of someone following him on a deserted street made him feel uneasy. Long sped up, and the footsteps behind him quickened as well. He stopped, and the footsteps fell silent. He spun around, but the girl was nowhere to be seen. Strange, where did she go? And when he turned around, a dark figure blocked his path. Uppercut, baby! Long staggered, almost toppling. The girl's eyes were bleached white, tiny black pupils drilling into him like pins. Her mouth gaped wider and wider still, a void ready to swallow him whole. His body locked, a sheen of cold sweat breaking across his skin. The girl stared for a moment longer before slowly turning and walking away. A shiver ran through Long's body as he let out a long sigh of relief. He wondered if he had just screamed, what would have happened then? The eerie incident made him late. From a distance, Long saw Trang. Oof. Long saw Trang. Why was that so hard for me to say that? Long saw Trang. Okay. She stood out in a sundress in the bustling crowd. Her bright yellow floral dress shone, much like the morning sun after a rain shower. Her eyes held a flicker of reproach, yet sparkled with anticipation. Aw, well, she's cute, though. What took you so long? The movie's already started. Something happened unexpectedly. Your dress is beautiful, by the way. Yeah, I know this dress is beautiful. What about the person wearing it? Oh boy, you are lovelier than any leading actress. I don't know about that one, bro. I don't know. You might have kind of forced that one. Sometimes you just gotta let it just play out. Sometimes you just gotta let it just play as it is. Don't force it. But anyway, stop lying. Pulling long into the theater, Trang laughed. Let's go. Two ran down the dim corridor with blue LED light clusters overhead as if running beneath a starlit night. The theater was packed. The film's suspenseful scenes quickly captured Trang's attention, while Long's attention was entirely on her. A terrifying jump scare made Trang gasp and instinctively grab his hand. There you go, man. That's the time when you got to make your move, guys. That's when you're watching the scary movies and they start jumping and they start grabbing your arm and stuff like that, you got to put the arm around them, man. Hey, look, it's going to be all right. Hey, no need to be frightened. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it, bro. You got to do it. Hold on 1 second. I want to see something. Make sure that this is running on Rumble. Okay, it is. All right. Long was startled by the softness of her touch. Her boobs against his arm. Oof. Under the flickering light of the screen, her face was ethereal and lovely. The outside world melted away, and there was just the two of them in that quiet, cinematic moment. You also stream on Rumble? Yeah. I've been streaming on Rumble because my experiences with YouTube have gotten a bit weird. So, yeah. Long's heart beat a soft rhythm, and he felt a profound sense of peace. Suddenly, the lights flickered and went out. Uh-oh. A chorus of worried whispers filled the darkness. In the impenetrable gloom, many of the faces in the audience slowly reappeared, pale, cold, and emotionless, as if a shiver went down Long's spine. Were there ghosts in the audience too? He tightened his grip on Trang's hand, trying to keep his voice steady. Stay calm. Hold my hand. I'll get us out of here. They fumbled through the darkness, step by careful step. Long's grip on Trang's hand was firm as he tried to steer them away from the spectral faces. But a chilling sensation made him flinch. The hand he held felt unnaturally cold. It was cold, thin and bony. Nothing like Trang's soft hand. Trang, are you okay? Click. The lights came back on. Oh, yeah. I'd have been left, rights, and uppercuts, baby. Would have thought. I'd have been duking her up. Oh! Long looked down instead of Trang. He was holding the hand of a ghost with blood-red eyes and a mouth that was gaping. That was a gaping black pit. Ooh. Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's just been interesting. His body froze. Absolute terror strangled his breath. He wanted to scream, to run, but he couldn't move. Oh, wow. Trang's desperate scream from above broke through his fear. He stumbled back, hurled the phantom's hand away. Forgetting his fear, he scrambled over the seats and sprinted towards Trang. Wow, a massive black taloned hand had seized Trang. They ain't seized her legs, got the whole doggone body, dragging her into a cracking wall. Long grabbed her arm, pulling with all his might, but the hand was stronger, inching her closer to the inky void. In that moment of desperation, he remembered Lynn's power. Maria! He roared. A brilliant white light, a circle of light erupted, enveloping the ghost. The hand gripping Trang's leg instantly burst into flames, and a horrible shriek echoed throughout the theater. The ghost thrashed violently, making the barrier shudder. Long gritted his teeth, tasting blood as he held the barrier steady. In a final, ear-splitting shriek, the ghost exploded into a cloud of black dust. Long's hand went limp as his body collapsed. Trang rushed forward, catching him in her arms just before he hit the ground. Boobs in the face. Nice. Nice. A chime of hollow bells. Okay. What is the chime of hollow bells? I mean, I guess this is supposed to give me better equipment, I guess. I got the flashlight. Okay, so this is better than the flashlight. Okay. Shadow Walker level 7. Next level 2 to get to the. Thanks for the XP, baby. Wow. Thanks for the level up. Let's see. Okay, so we're in some kind of a fenced-in area. Or we were. Well, we kind of are. All right. Uh-huh. Okay. See if we can find anything. Because apparently you got to... So you got the... From what I'm seeing here, the game, the loop is... You read a little bit of the story. You go to a level where you go into fighting. But you also have to find loot to level yourself up while you level up in terms of experience. And that seems to be just about it, I guess. Interesting. So, and it's kind of an auto battler. Woo, baby. Take the nasty plunge in the face. Here, try this as part of your delicious breakfast. Okay. All right, you got another high potion. Got you. Oh, he just walked, slammed through me like. Never die. Just try time control, but only to extend that. Wow, the 2-hit combo bucket, boy. You know I like giving people that 2-piece in a bucket, not bucket, a biscuit. The 2-piece and the complimentary biscuit, baby. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, easy. Really? Yeah, you definitely gotta stop doing that happening. I am the softest thing I can find. Yeah, on a Sunday, I don't really do much on a Sunday. Wait, what were your thoughts on the last game? Wait. Oh, very interesting. It's a pretty cool game. A little long in certain places, but I kind of liked it. I liked Wait. So wait a minute, what did I get then? Cactus jacket. Interesting. There's some very interesting ideas in it. Definitely a very horror-based game. Unfortunately, I could not play Wait the Patient for whatever reason. There was some kind of a technical error or glitch going on with how the game was set up. I guess they made you wait in a certain place. Yeah, they did. They did. Yeah, they did. That's a good one. I like that. That's a high-level dad joke right there. I like that. But the game was pretty good. Very interesting premise. So that seems to be what the game's the cycle of the gameplay is. You go through some story, then you go into these little fighting little areas and stuff like that, gather up gear. Wowzers. What in the hell is that? And then you kind of wash, rinse, repeat. So we got flowers, okay. Whoa. Oh, so you can't interact with that. Now that's interesting. Violin bow. A level 9. Or a 9-star. I'm doing all the damage. I came through the door, said it before. Woo! What does the number above the protected head mean when he walks? I believe it's an indicator of how far or close away he is to the exit for the level, which is interesting. That's definitely a very interesting effect. I guess it lets the person know or give them an idea so they don't get lost, which is clever. Very, very clever. Because if you didn't have that number, you'd just be wandering around and around and around and around. Now, he rewards you for wandering around and around and around and around. That is true. I mean, he hasn't even been a developer. Wow. But, interesting. Yeah, the developer rewards you for wandering around. Wanderer's Coin. Anything else here? So we got like 9-star quality gear, apparently. We're probably near the end. If I had to guess, we're probably near the end of this little demo thing here. Well, it's not a demo, it's a full game. The ghost is like, man, I don't want to do this. All right, man. Wow. Just bust him right down. The maps are quite large, so it makes sense. Yes. Pillow Fort armor. Okay. Not your standard RPG maker type of project. Definitely a bit off the beaten path. Definitely a beat off the beaten path. So you can't do anything with this. It's just here. Huh. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, what we got here? A double team, huh? Take this. And you also take this as part of your delicious breakfast. Everything's, yeah, except for a helmet, which is kind of crazy, but I mean, I guess maybe he didn't come up with a helmet idea, I guess. Who knows? But wait, what was that? Oh, nothing. Okay. It's crazy how your eyes will kind of deceive you with stuff, make you think you saw something that wasn't there because you expected to see something or you wanted to see something there. Crazy how the mind and the eye works. Okay, we've analyzed your answers. Here's the card that most accurately reflects your personality and the likely outcome in reality for the question. In your next life, you'll come back as what? Forgotten book. In your next life, you're an old, dusty book full of deep stories, really touched. Like you, wise, thoughtful, and mostly ignored unless someone's really into vintage things. Interesting. I personally, I mean, I like the art in the game myself personally. I do. But I know some people will have issues with it because of where it came from. Long's eyes fluttered open. He was back in the dreaming hallway. Uh-oh. Hi there. I've used the power you let me twice now. If I use it one more time, will I be trapped here forever? She simply stepped closer, her dark eyes so deep and fathomless that Long felt he was being pulled into the heart of a boundless ocean. Stand up. Long took her hand. It was as soft and smooth as silk. She helped him to his feet. Choose a door, any door you like. The corridor stretched on forever, lined with doors of every shape and color. Long's hands hovered, then settled on a pale blue door. Now this, I mean, I don't know, I guess. But I think this is pretty cool. And I think this is art that is appropriate for this kind of game. So he reached for the handle. The moment it creaked open, a blast of cold wind rushed out, carrying a lonely, keening wail. Beyond the threshold, a breathtaking vista unfolded. A sky stretched into infinite night. A sea of clouds billowed like cotton, and far, far beneath, the world reduced to pinpricks of light. It's so high. A sense of dread took hold of Long. His long legs felt like lead. He turned to Lynn. She simply smiled without a word, gently took his hand and pulled him, and they leaped into the heart of the night sky. Long squeezed his eyes shut, bracing for the sensation of freefall, but it never came. When Long opened his eyes, he was stunned to discover he was flying. They glided past clouds, suspended on the chill, cold night wind, that rustled through their hair. In that moment, Long was not only soaring through the air, but within his very soul. Feels wonderful, doesn't it? They both landed on a large cloud, stretching out next to each other. Long turned his head, looking at Lynn, whose hair formed a dark, velvety contrast against the fluffy white cloud. It's a shame to carry the burdens of reality into a dream. A lot has happened to me recently. Tell me everything. So he did. About exams and pressure, about the horrors that had unfolded, about his fear of failing to protect Trang. Lynn listened in silence, but her quiet presence conveyed a profound understanding. It was the kind of connection so many people spend a lifetime searching for, where a simple glance, a gentle smile is enough to let two souls touch. Yeah, her design is nice. We've flown together. Now, will you dare to fall with me? What? Before Long could comprehend her words, a sudden gale swept over them. The cloud they lay on dissolved into mist. He scrambled, losing his footing, his ability to fly vanishing. The wind screamed in his ears, and the stars spun in a chaotic vortex. Lynn's hands found his, a soft, yet firm. His spirit dissolved, replaced by a strange recklessness. He looked at Lynn, and every ounce of dread evaporated in her presence. Their eyes met, devoid of meditation. Amid the roaring wind and the surreal falling rain, they saw only each other. The distance between them melted, and their lips met. Aww. The kiss was not rushed. It was slow, deep, as if they were trying to capture every last bit of warmth, every fleeting emotion. It was a kiss so profound that time and space seemed to stand still. Long and Lynn found themselves on the ground without knowing how. The street. Isn't this my street? Oh, what a coincidence. Yowza! Yet the street was wrong. The trees on either side writhed like twisted serpents. Their branches curled and tangled like claws. Strange glowing creatures hovered in the air, shedding ghostly light. Sheesh. Long's gaze darted towards Trang's house. He froze, a feeling of dread washing over him as he saw a colossal shadowy figure clinging to the building. Above, a swirling crimson vortex churned with clouds and lightning. That's the Eye of Earth. They were once guardians of the land, but this one has been corrupted into a malevolent deity. That must have been haunting Train since she prayed at that old shrine. Can the power you lent me deal with it? It can, but it's extremely risky. If you run out of strength halfway through, you're dead. The closer it got to Trang's house, the heavier the invisible pressure from the monster became, making every step a monumental effort. Yeesh! Long's body went rigid, his legs trembling uncontrollably before the towering mountain-like form. It can't see us. We're in the dream realm. You'll have to return to reality to face it. Can you send me back? Trang is not your beloved. Why risk your life for her? I don't know. It's just, if I abandoned her, I'd never forgive myself. And what about me? If you die beneath the phantom claws, Trang might lose a friend for a lifetime. But I'll lose you for eternity. I will remain here forever alone in the solitary dream corridor. Long felt silent, his eyes reflecting a deep conflict. Lynn's words were like stones pressing to his chest, making his heart ache with every beat. Lynn took a slow, deliberate step forward, her white dress rustling softly in the ethereal night wind. She stopped right in front of him, her hand gently lifting his chin. I don't want to let you go, but I won't force you to stay. I just like things to happen naturally. Lynn placed a hand on Long's chest and gave a gentle push, yet Long felt a powerful force hurling him away. A door of light materialized behind him. He was thrown through the door and everything went black. I was thrown through a door and then it all went black. Not yellow, pink, or green, although I saw it black. Come on, you might as well. Oh yeah, baby. Come on. So that wasn't my strongest attack. That was not the right choice. That was not the right path. Yeah, baby. There we go. Okay. So now we're on the fantastic treasure hunt for stuff. Goodbye. Goodbye again. Hey, Excalibur. Okay. Yeah, I don't anticipate dying this time. Woo. That purple grape rush, baby. My favorite color of Kool-Aid. Favorite flavor of Kool-Aid, in fact, matter of fact. Raging purple burst. That sounds like something you would like from a high C flavor or something like that. From back in the 90s. And trust me, I know. Phantom locket, huh? Put a locket in my pocket. Come on, baby, let's rock it. Hmm. So we got one more level of us doing some searching around and stuff, and then I guess we're probably at the end of the game at this point. Well, wow. As soon as we walked in the door, yeesh. Oh. There's a bunch of random questions, so that's why I just kind of just pushed the button. But this is an interesting kind of concept he pulled off here. Oh. If he was able to kind of flesh this out a little bit, I think this definitely could be like if he could excuse me. Kind of maybe make this like a persona like. You know what I mean? That would be kind of cool. Like he could actually like tame somebody or ask some of these demons to be his friend or something like that. It was going to be like turn-based combat. That would be kind of cool, actually. Come on. Thank you. Like I can see a lot of things that he could kind of turn this game towards if he wanted to. But this still is very interesting. Wowzers. Here, try my purple berry burst if you're so thirsty. Mmm. Hardly took any damage. Yeah, we stomping now, baby. All right. All right. So here we go. Long jolted awake, his breath coming in ragged gasps. He was in Trang's room. Uh-oh. What? Why am I here? The soft amber glow of a lamp spilled onto the wooden floor, and the faint scent of ginger tea still lingered in the air. Trang was at his side, her expression etched in worry. Uh-oh. Nah, bad. You're finally awake. You passed out at the movie theater, so I brought you back here. You have an idea how scared I was? Before he could answer, a sight at the window stole the air from his very lungs. Ooh, boy. A massive crimson eye stared back, its unblinking gaze a well of pure malevolence. It's preparing to attack. Frank, run! Frank whipped her head toward the window but saw only the stillness of night, the glass reflecting her own frightened face. Oh, whoa! What's wrong with you? There's nothing out there. You're scaring me. Suddenly, the house began to tremble. Long was the only one who could see the eye of Earth in action. Its hundreds of arachnid legs clutching the house, clinging to it as if trying to engulf the entire structure. The green walls of the room began to darken, and from the growing black splotches, spectral hands reached out, grasping at anything they could seize. Without hesitation, Long leaped out into the open. He swallowed hard, his gaze shifting from the behemoth to his own trembling palms. The eye of Earth shifted its gaze to him, and from its colossal form, a single spear-like tentacle shot forward with breathtaking speed. Barrier! Like flared walls of shimmering force rising around him just as the spear struck. The point stopped a hair's breadth from his brow. The barrier spread, encircling Trang's home, caging the beast within. The Eye of Earth lived up to his malevolent reputation, relentlessly firing pitch-black spears that struck the shimmering light shields, cracking them into a fragmented web. With each impact, Long's hand tore open, blood gushing forth. He gritted his teeth, clenching his palm even tighter. Death held no fear for him in this moment, but saving Trang was an unyielding imperative. A final, crushing blow came with a sickening crack. Long's wrist snapped backwards. Ouch! He cried out, a strangled roar of agony, but seized his broken wrist with the other hand, forcing it straight. Summoning the last of his strength, he pressed the barrier tighter. The eye shrieked, convulsed, then shattered apart, exploding into a storm of black dust that swallowed the entire neighborhood. The house fell silent once more. Frank stood on the porch, utterly bewildered, staring at Long lying on the floor. To her, he had simply been wrestling with the empty air, battling a phantasm only he could perceive. Oof. When next he opened his eyes, Long was back in the dream corridor. Pale lights floated through the air, casting a golden haze that seemed both ethereal and infinite. He rose slowly, piecing together the fragments of his desperate struggle. A figure emerged in the mist. He looked up and saw Lynn standing there, a gentle smile on her lips, her pristine white dress flowing against the shimmering floor. Welcome back. So Trang is safe for now, isn't she? Long smiled, a strange, weary relief in his face, as if a long-held duty had finally been fulfilled and he was ready to let go of all burdens. It's all thanks to you. I'll be staying here with you now, right? Actually, only you will be staying here, taking my place. Her words were a cold wind sweeping through the hall. The motes of light flickered and died, and a terrifying silence ascended. The chills seeped into her skin, transforming the luminous space into a bleak, desolate place. Taking your place? What do you mean? The power of the gatekeeper is only passed to another who accepts it willingly. I've been waiting for this chance for a long, long time, Long. He studied her in silence, then lifted his gaze with steady resolve. It's okay. This solitude has burdened you for an age. It's time for you to be free, Lynn. I understand. Lynn's breath caught in her throat. Her brow furrowed. Then she threw her head back and laughed, a loud, clear peal of sound. The light returned and the cold vanished. You have no idea how funny your face looked right now. She turned her back and snapped her fingers. A white door shimmered into existence behind long. Walk through that door and you'll return to the real world. Everything that happened here will be nothing more than a dream. But what about our promise? If you hesitate any longer, I can't guarantee I won't change my mind. This is your only chance to return to your world. I'm not living. I gave you my word. Lynn didn't answer. Instead, she turned and embraced him tightly, a crushing hug that nearly suffocated him. He felt her soft, raven hair, her warm, floral-scented skin, a hot tear that fell upon his cheek, and her voice, a choked whisper in his ear. The only lives I cherish are those that, like wildflowers, bloom without being forced. The one you chose was Trang, so go back to her. He had no time to explain. Lynn used both hands to push him toward the white door. Light engulfed him. In that final fleeting second, Long tried to look into Lynn's eyes, but a dark curtain of her hair billowed up, concealing her face from view. Aww. Long's eyes fluttered open. The gentle morning light poured through the hospital window. Beside his bed, Trang held a book in her hands. Her gaze, however, refused to meet his as he turned to look at her. The doctor said, "You just fainted from exhaustion. You scared me to death, but honestly, Long, there are many things about you that I don't understand." Long was going to say something, but the distance in Trang's eyes stopped him. How could he explain that he had fought phantoms to save her? He was the only one who saw them. There were no words. In the days that followed, the distance between them, In the years that followed, Long lived a quiet, ordinary life. Yet in the dreams, a vision would sometimes return to him. A girl in the flowing white, her raven hair drifted as she passed. He would run after her, breathless, reaching out, but always, just always, as he neared, her figure dissolved into nothingness. Had I once touched the edge of a love eternal, only to lose it? Yeah, the sour light lingered, like a shadow cast over every step he took until the end of his days. Amen. Developers sucked you Bella Games, huh? Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty good. Pretty good game for a game jam. I hope you won, or you had the best reaction to it. Good game. Different. It's definitely very different. I like the fact that you had your own art. I like the fact that you had mostly your own music. You probably use some other RTP stuff, but for a game jam game, that was pretty good, especially for the amount of time you had. And I don't know how much time you had. If you had about a month, definitely impressive. If you had like a week or two, definitely very impressive for what you came up with. So great work. I definitely appreciate the grind. So yeah, again, this is The Girl in White. This was a game jam entry. I'm going to leave a link to it. Unfortunately, not on here because it'll disappear off of Itch, but on Rumble and also on the edited version of this on YouTube, I will leave it. If you'd like to play it for yourself, feel free to click on it. If you want to follow the developer, their link will also be at the game page on Itch. Follow them, keep a track of whatever projects they may be working on, and support them to the best of your ability. But as for me, I definitely would say this was for a game jam game, definitely very well done. Very well done. A little hard to understand at first, and there was some opportunities here that I think would have been cool if you actually had a chance to flesh them out. I definitely would have liked to see that. But if you wanted to just leave it as this, that's fine. But if you wanted to turn this into something else, hey, man, look, I go for it. Let's go. But I hope you did enjoy this and enjoyed the playthrough. If you did, if you're watching this on Twitch, please give me a follow. I'm at up to 82 followers on there, trying to get to 100 if I possibly can. Thank you for that. If you're watching this on Rumble, follow me there. If you're watching this on X, follow me there. And if you would like to, subscribe. Every little bit that you guys give always helps out, help the channel keep going and growing, and keeps me encouraged. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to hit that subscribe, ring the bell, ring it again. Get all the notifications so the algorithm can bless your boy and my channel can continue to grow. And on that note, I hope to see you guys again tomorrow as we continue our spoopy month playthroughs. I think we're actually going to continue with Undershadows. Unfortunately, yesterday I wasn't able to do it. There was something came up, but I do want to finish out with a little bit of Undershadows playthrough as well. You guys be safe, be sane. God willing, we will meet again.